Greetings, blessings, and the love of the ascended Christ. Today in the Orthodox Church we're celebrating Ascension Thursday, the return of the Lord back to heaven when he ascended from the top of Mount Olivet in the presence of his disciples. They saw him enveloped in a mist. The mist rose up into the sky, disappeared. You could say, in a way, that this was a second resurrection. First he rose from the dead, and then he rose and returned to the Father 40 days after Pascha. 40 being kind of a symbolic number of completion, really. In the Old Testament, with Noah, it rained for 40 days and for 40 nights. The Hebrews wandered for 40 years in the desert. The Lord spent 40 days fasting before his ministry in the desert. Completion. And now his earthly work and mission were completed. It was time for him to return to the Father so that the Comforter could come. God loved us, his people, and his creation enough to become one of us, to experience our life as we experience it. He could have come, shown up as an adult, but no, he came and was born as a baby and was subjected to years of learning and growing and listening to his elders, being obedient. He wanted to experience life as we know it. As a man, he revealed himself, he taught, he healed, he fed the hungry, both in body and in spirit. God became man so that man could become God-like, to show us the way. This is the Orthodox theology of theosis, the deification of man. And he came and experienced what we experience so that he could show us what to do with these conditions of our human and earthly lives, to do them correctly, to do them better, to do them in a more godly fashion. And then he also rose from the dead as part of the completion and proof of his work and ministry. Are we like the dead? Will we also rise? 40 days of joy after the resurrection. He spent those days with his people to comfort them, reassure them, show them the proof of the resurrection, but the time had come to return. Again, kind of a second resurrection. He rose from the dead. He rose in a cloud back. If he had stayed, the Comforter was not going to be coming. If he had stayed, he would have remained a man in Jerusalem. But because he rose, because he left, the Comforter was able to come. And because he rose, and because he left, he is now everywhere. Not just here physically. He is everywhere. And with everyone. And in everything. These days of COVID-19, can you also say that you have done the work? Have you completed things? The 40? Have you fed the hungry? Comforted people? Have you done any kind of healing for yourself and for your neighbor? will you also rise and be able to receive the Comforter when that day comes? Consider these things. There are great symbols, hidden meanings, wonderful lessons in all of these things for each one of us. May the blessings of the Holy Ascension be with you all.